Hello and welcome back. Since I was feeling in a very flowery mood, I thought, why not we go ahead and do a bit more of our life beginning and always. So we were still on stage 2, I believe. Yes, we had to stop in between because we didn't get to the moments yet. Alright, the walk was about 15 minutes, and along the way, Kira asked a lot of questions about the area. Cove was quiet most of the time, so we ended up answering her instead. Right, we were out shopping with Cove and his mom. Kira explained that she lived in a large city, and she loved how peaceful and relaxing everything seemed in Sunset Bird. The restaurant was busy as usual, but luckily you were shown right to a small table. Kira lowered herself into a chair while Cove picked the one diagonal to her, not facing her, or to her side. It was awkward. Let's see. To start, what would you all like to drink? It's interesting because when he was younger, he really wanted to get to his mom and see her again and be with her, and then now it seems like he doesn't want her around. I'll get an orange soda. Jamie? Just water, soda, milk, juice, coffee. We'll go with soda with him. We'll hit up orange too. Kira placed the order for your drinks, getting a black hot coffee for herself, and it didn't take long before they were brought to the table and set in front of you. You took a long sip of your drink as you looked around the restaurant. Your small group checked over the menus and you decided to order the usual thing. You hadn't been to this restaurant many times, so you knew what was good and what wasn't already. Kira and Cove didn't need any encouragement for this. They were totally focused on the information in front of them. Soon the meals too were ordered and the menus taken away. You glanced at the table's surface, waiting to figure out what to say. Cove sunk back further into his seat and avoided eye contact. He started to twiddle his thumbs while acting like all this was perfectly normal. His sour feeling today was unignorable. Instead of asking for more questions he'd brush off, Kira had mercy on her son and instead put her focus towards you. So, Jamie, what's a few things that you're into? That's gotta be something for you. Something you do for fun, especially now that you're not buried in school assignments. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, there's no colors. That's new. I'm really into Cove. I almost want to hit this one. I wish it gave me the colors. I don't know. I like to read. I like to watch. Games are fun. I like to play. I hang out with people, go to the beach, and spend time on art. I write things. Well, we're near a beach place, right? So build sandcastles, swim, look for sea castles, walk around the shore. Walk along the shore for sure. It's a nice way to relax. I hope to be able to spend some time on the shore while I'm here myself. Build sandcastles, swim, look for seashells, go surfing. Oh, go surfing. Oh, do you and Cove surf together? Kara looked at Cove expectantly, who mumbled something non-committal and looked away again. Build sandcastles, swim, look for seashells, and build sandcastles. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I really want to do this one and just see what it says. I write things. Here we're gonna go. I'm really into Cove. Yeah. Kira let out a sudden laugh and Cam grasped beside you. It was dramatic enough inhaled that he almost jumped on the soda. He shrugged at the reaction with a truthful answer to the question. Jamie. Alright, I'm having a good time. Go whispered at you disapprovingly, a scaring part of his face with a hand, but Kira only waved him off and encouraged you to go on. We spend time together when we can. I like it. Well, we have something in common. Kara smiled at Cove, who didn't look too impressed by either of you at that moment. Oh, God. I personally like to write things. Fellow writer, writing is a great form of expression, don't you think? Kira sighed wistfully, her eyes going soft. To watch, like to read. I also like to read. I do a lot of fiction. Me too. Nothing beats curling up with a good book. That's majority. Oh. Comic books, yes. Oh, just like Co's daddy back in the day. And oh, that's it. Yeah, that's more what I'm into. Thanks, I'm happy to learn more about you. There's so much I hadn't heard. Jesus. Cove leaves the details out. He was trying not to pay attention, but you could tell he was uncomfortable. Hoping it would clear some of the tension in the air, decided to ask Kira a few questions of your own. Cove hadn't told you much about her, and you were curious to know more about this woman who was such a big part of his life. What exactly do you do for work? I'm a travel writer for magazines and things. I keep people in the loop on what's worth seeing. It's good work. Oh, cool. Wow. What do you like to do? Where do you live normally? Are you in any relationship now? Why did you and Miss Horn get divorced? Wow, that's a little direct. I think we're gonna... As much as I'd like to know, like... Spend time with my little boy, of course, and traveling. A real shock, huh? That seems so... direct. Where do you live normally? Nevada. Have you ever been there? You shook your head. It's a beautiful place. Check it out if you can. Are you in a relationship now? This seems so... You know what? Let's pull out all the stops. Cove's already mad. Brush the question off lightly. Not at present. Cove nudged you in the arm when you looked at him. He seemed furious. Kara brushed the question off lightly. That's grown-up stuff. You should enjoy your youth while you can without having to worry about all that. I probably pissed him off, yeah. His angrily, slurping up the remaining drink with a furrowed brow. He looked ready to run straight out of the restaurant. You weren't sure if coming along had ended up making the lunch better or worse. In his silly face and his frown and gears of his head look, you flicked a straw wrapper at him and left him alone. Flick a straw wrapper at him? Dapper hit in the nose. You had to bite down on your lip to keep from laughing. It took a couple of moments, but finally you cracked a smile, and that made you feel a little lighter inside. You two seem really cute together. Cove covered his face and hand leaned back in his seat. Oh, Mom, why would you say that? Felt bothered too. You blushed. Thanks, we are cute. You just laughed again. That was definitely unexpected, and there didn't seem to be any other way for you could react. Your meal was delivered shortly after that, and everything was so delicious, even Cove enjoyed his food. Right now that we're all full and content, can you explain, please, why you had a bug up your butt all day? Cove's face crunched up at that. Seriously, baby, what did Mom do to make you this mad? I haven't even been around a full day yet. Gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. The words he spoke were barely audible over the din of the restaurant. You could have told me. She leaned forward to not miss anything else. Eyebrows raised. Told you what? Finally seemed to find his voice and spoke the thoughts that had been on his mind. That I wasn't going to visit you this year. That you were going to be coming instead. Didn't you invite me? You wanted me here with you. Cole's eyes began to shake and his furious frustration ebbed. I do want you to be around, but I didn't know it would be like this. It's not the same, and nobody said anything. I like her shuffling. Her expression grew tense. She threaded her fingers together and placed her hands in front of her on the table. We've both been gifted with another Clifford surprise. Referring to this as the Clifford prize almost caused both you and Cove to crack a smile. You also had no idea his name wasn't just Cliff. Over 5 years, nobody had ever called him Clifford until now. She smoothed her hair out, not letting go of her stern look. The more things change, the more they stay the same. They had identical size, but smiled weakly at one another afterwards. I can go home, Cove. We can still set up a normal trip to my place before the summer ends. Cove's lips tightly closed together. He seriously pondered the option. I think I do want you to stay. I miss it when you're not there. Oh, nice, okay. My heart. She reached across the gap, grabbing his face and planting a kiss on his cheek. Cove tried to wiggle away. Mom, stop. I'm sorry. Sweet young men need to be swooshed by their parents. If I don't, they'll take away my mom license. Kira was completely enthused by Cove's admission, though a tone of seriousness did return to her voice when the conversation continued. Do you want to talk to your dad, too? Oh? Cove snapped the word instantly, but reeled his annoyance back in just as quickly. Maybe later, not today. I understand, we can shove it. Thanks, Mom. Thank you for talking to me, little mister. She grinned affectionately at him before turning your way. And thank you, Jamie. Huh? What did I do? It's easy to act like a baby with your mom. It's harder to keep that up with your neighbor watching everything. Especially when you really care about what said neighbor thinks of you. She winked. Mom. She just ruffled his hair with a laugh, and then moved her hand down to tap the end of his nose. And that was how the issue was resolved, at least between Cove and his mom. When the three of you left the restaurant and Kira had paid the bill, you walked back to your neighborhood slowly. You had eaten so much by that time you were beginning to feel sleepy. It didn't help that lunch had happened late and the sun was already beginning to descend from the sky. But eventually you reached your street. Someone was there to greet you with a group upon arrival. Look at that luscious hair his dad's got. Welcome back, family, and Jamie too. Cliff. Dad. They look nothing like him. The two walked past him into the condo without sparing another word. Despite the summer heat, their shoulders were cold. I'm in trouble. He rubbed the back of his neck with a crook smile, but his eyes were soft as he looked on after them. He was so much like his mom, don't you think? He gave a vague nod, not sure what he was expecting to do. He nodded back far more energetically. Okay, have a nice night, Jamie. You too, Mr. Holden. With that, Co's dad disappeared to join the others inside. It was your turn to go home now. Summer hadn't started off at all how you imagined it would have, though it turned out to set the tone well. Having cured the neighborhood was a new experience for not only you and Cove, but also both your families, and a dull moment was rarely had. Oh, now we get to the moments. Okay, here we go. So, what do we got? Wave, growing family, dinner, road trip, mall birthday, summer work, spade, Saray. Okay, so I think what I want to do is still keep it to the moments. That's right, we still had a good, decent, like, kind of bite-sized episode in there. So I think what I'll do is that, and then I'll keep it broken up into the moments. It's just easier to kind of keep track of everything. So thank you for being here for the end, part 2 of the beginning of step 2. And I will see you guys in the next one when we get into all of the moments.